Let me tell you what was happening in my life when I was getting shit on by everybody in the card industry. Everybody was shitting on me in the real life business world of I've lost my mind, cards are stupid.
I just found it crazy how the pandemic made the card market boom the way it did. I wouldn't have expected that. Then you realize people think all they have to do is buy cards.
And Jack, you'll love this. Every time somebody's like, Gary, you, I'm like, let me tell you something. This is why you can never win when you have a big platform. I was criticized March, April, May. In May on social for not talking about cards for 3 months. Like, you remember that? You guys are in the
I do. No, I remember. Trust me, I do.
Oh, fuck this. See? This is the proof.
Yeah, he's out. He's out now.
And he probably sold all his Acuñas. I have every one of them in my safe. Like, Meanwhile, what was happening was the hobby exploded during that time. I had a company to make sure it didn't go out of business. I started a nonprofit execution called the All In Challenge and raised $61 million to feed the hungry. I was doing noble things, yet getting shit on for not, like, you know how sad it is to be in a place where you lose no matter what? You talk and you shit. You don't talk and you're shit. You talk and you're the reason it's exploding. In the same sentence, somebody goes, the hobby exploded during COVID. I didn't say shit during the first 3 months of COVID because I was trying to do the things I just said I was doing. So how the fuck do you win?
Plus, with the amount of homework that you put in, we're seeing new trends. We're seeing a lot of the similar trends that you were predicting before, but we're seeing new trends come about. So that time off could have also been interpreted as you doing homework as to new trends and keep up with those.
Yeah, I'm sharing the real truth here, which is like I was just trying to do good for the world and make sure my obligations were okay. Yeah. And to your point, Nate, I wish I bought on the things I believed in during that time, because once I picked my head back up in like June, July, when I went to go buy vintage, it already started moving. And now, like, the cat's out of the bag. It's just too obvious. By the way, if Gary Vaynerchuk never existed, all you youngsters that are real, like, kind of operators from an investing standpoint, not collecting, would have all gravitated there eventually anyway, because it's the actual answer to the test.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that.
Just like Tyler's dad ended, and I don't know if he was just pure collector, of like, but having 50 years experience. Like, let me tell you this. The old men, let's call it what it is, that were talking to me in the mall of Edison, New Jersey in 1992 about Carl Yastrzemski and Fred Lynn and get them in nice shape. You know, back then there was no talk about centering. It was corners and creases. Yeah. And I'm like, fuck these guys. It's all Todd Van Poppel. And, you know, what these guys don't get it. Things that my friends said around me when I got back in. They're like, Gary, nobody gives a fuck about Wilt Chamberlain. They care about Zion. I'm like, okay. Because I already lived people telling me to buy Pete Rose and Roberto Clemente. And instead, I decided to buy 4,000 David Justice rookie cards.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, one of the things that was fun for me, Nate, at the National was because, you know, again, you saw I was there as a dealer and a part of the community.
Yeah.
I didn't have some fancy set. Like, I'm there. I don't want that. Like, I turned down fancy from all the companies there because I want to do the show.
Yeah.
What was really fun for me, though, is I could feel the hobby get a different sense with me because I spent hours and hours talking. And I don't think people really realize how much I, like, lived cards.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you want to talk about, like, 1984 to 1994, I know everything. I know everything about how O-Pee-Chee baseball came out, was hot for 5 minutes and then wasn't. I know everything about fucking Brian Taylor and Greg Jeffries and fuckface this and Mark Grace rookies, two guys in the same card. I can go deep.
Yeah.
You know, you want to talk about fucking Wally Joyner, 87 tops? I can tell you what have you, you know?
That's a name I haven't heard in a while.
and I think that I'm a mature, smart, successful operator at this point, and that's why a lot of things I'm saying I feel great about. I understand people's cynicism. I understand people's concerns. This bubble will burst because every market goes up and down. And when it bursts, no matter how I've said it, no matter how, like, this was a great interview. I appreciate it. Like, no matter how clear I've been, I'm prepared for many people to blame me. I just know how it works.
Yep.
You know, there will be literally guys who fucking made hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars during the up. And when they lose half of it, even though they've made more than they've ever made, will then turn and blame me because they didn't heed buying 86, 87 Fleer. They didn't heed buying 61 Fleer basketball and 57 Tops football and basketball. They didn't heed what I was actually saying. and they let their emotions and greed and gambling and want of the short money make them go to some 12-year-old in Peru, and that's why they're going to get caught.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I got shit on in the liquor business when I first got into it. This internet's a fad. He's just a kid. Sasha, you shouldn't let your kid do these things. You're going to go out of business. And then I became genius. I know that when I started doing social media, everyone's like, you've lost your mind. The fuck is this? MySpace is stupid. It's for kids. Da-da-da. And then I become a genius.
Yeah.
By the way, anybody listening, quote unquote, I don't think I'm a genius. Then I started an advertising agency. Everybody shits on me. What does the wine guy know about that? Then fucking Vayner happens, right? Let me tell you what was happening in my life when I was getting shit on by everybody in the card industry. Everybody was shitting on me in the real life business world of I've lost my mind, cards are stupid. Like, ultimately, the reason I'm able to be empathetic and can understand opinions is I know my opinion of myself and your opinion of me actually don't matter. What matters is what ends up happening to be true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.